It's kind of vibrating. Okay, I've got. So incidentally, today everything is mounted in the box. We've got the cable management, the zip tie, or the zip ports are connected. What I did find out is I had to move the variable frequency drive into its own box because this drive incidentally has a fan. So this is a fan-cooled variable frequency drive, and so it has to be mounted in its own box. Luckily, I did have a leftover outdoor box that I was able to use for that, so no worries there. I did have to add an input card to the PLC, which I also had, in order to build a manual jog controller, mainly for setting up the unit, setting it on the wellbore, and being able to jog the spool up and down. We're going to have a plug that plugs into here and manual control of that. So that did kind of throw me for a loop though. So I had to buy some plugs for the variable frequency drive. We have to have a L1, L2 and a ground to feed the power to the variable frequency drive. And then we have to have T1, T2, T3 on the three-phase side and a ground coming back to the box, which incidentally will feed our plug to your explosion-proof motor, drive motor, and gearbox located at the baling unit. So that complicated it a little bit, but not too bad. So you'll have two boxes to deal with here, and inevitably, if you want remote access, you'll have probably an additional box or some type of waterproof case to keep the PC or touchscreen out of the weather and be able to access it remotely via Wi-Fi hotspot. So that's kind of where we're at with it. It's about, what is it, almost 10:30 tonight, Sunday night. So this is kind of where I'm at. I've got some handles and things that I'm going to use to, so we can pick the box up easier and carry it around. But ultimately what I'd like to see is since it's a mobile unit, you can actually take and unplug the control box and put it in the cab of the truck, where it's not bouncing around and vibrating on the trailer, hopefully. I'm going to mount the touch screen recessed in here on a standoff. So, and then in front of that I'll have some polycarbonate so you can actually see into the box without opening it and see, monitor the touch screen and see if the unit's running downhole or coming back up hole, or what cycle it's in without having to open the lid or the cover. And I think we'll do the same thing with the variable frequency drive box. I'll probably put a polycarbonate window there so you can see, how many hertz you're running, frequency, speed, RPM, whatever. And then if you have to do parameters on it, you can open it up and go ahead and change the parameters as needed. So I guess the day is pretty much over. So I'm going to, I'll just haul this stuff to Odessa with me tomorrow. So after work I can continue on with wiring in progress. But it's a pretty good little job, but I think it's going to work fine. And we'll just stay in communication on it and try to get it done this week. Let me know where you guys are at too on the mechanical unit, how that's coming along. If you need any help or if you need me to machine something to make it easier, let me know. We'll try to do that as well. So anyway, have a good night, and we'll be talking throughout the week.